knows it. He's matching it really well.
So Cers is going to path up towards this, try and get the saplings in there. Marcoon going in onto Larssen, flash away. Mawang now joins the fray as Larssen is low, down to 200 HP, ticking, but not quite enough. Marcoon has to flash away. Mawang now looking for another stun, gets it. Larssen flashes forward, but Mawang's ready taking the kill. Marcoon's next on the menu. 2 to Koi in the mid lane.
They read the play, but Sylas Sejuani level 3 is so strong. Double melee means they can lock up a singular target. DOS finds Comp, no flash.
Comp really doesn't have anywhere to get out of this one. Flash forward from Exekick, and the SK bot lane is off to the races. They've been so dominant throughout the course of the split so far, and they're continuing those winning ways.
Already level 2, they find an advantage. Relevance, ooh, doesn't get the stun on Shigen. That could have got a little bit of burst down there. Maybe was thinking about flash stunning with the Q. Gonna go into a replay of this mid-fight. So, does he get spotted? He does indeed. He doesn't see the ward, so that's really unlucky. So the information game is really in SK's favor. They know exactly what's about to come. Level 3 on Larssen, but the Sylas base damage, not that high in the early stages, but the Maokai's playing with Aftershock, so doesn't have that much burst. He flashed the Jace Q damage too, so SK ran out of damage right here, and this is where Mawang can just keep stacking his passive. First on Marcoon, he has to flash away, E-flash, finish off, and then Marcoon has nowhere to go, really. I think that the damage from the Jace Maokai just isn't enough up against the Sylas Sejuani.
Yeah, Sejuani with those early stuns, and it's the double melee as well. You proc that Sejuani stun so much quicker when you have a melee mid laner. Worked so well for Koi in the mid lane. We do have a peripheral issue just on the stage right now for one of the Koi players, which is what we're getting rectified. Position, that gank position once again. The dive has been called.
They have not really got a wave, it's just a gank really. He's not going to be able to hit the Q, but he can hit the slow.
And there's the root as well. We don't really need to hit the Q when Certus has nowhere to move. Mawang takes it again.
Yeah.
A flail of the Northern Winds enough to secure that kill. And it is domination in the mid lane here from Koi.
Tried to give the kill over to Larssen, but he's a little bit scared that the Jace could get out, so just make sure that one gets picked up. Marcoon is going to get spotted on another ward. Not been able to really find anything since that mid 2v2, and he's been put behind from it, but Mawang invading, constantly ganking mid. Certus just really struggling now. Not really much to come back from. I think SK need to find a different win condition. Top side isn't really it. I think Marcoon needs to start playing through bot, forcing these summoners out of the Karma. Maybe trying to find a way into their bot side jungle in that direction. But yeah, Sylas Sejuani, insane setup. SK kind of lost control of the ball.
See already 1,000 gold lead for Larssen, 1,000 gold lead for Mawang as well. And a lot of people wondered when these two...
Level 7, so in terms of experience, he's there, but now he's spotted coming through lane.
Just all in the bot lane. There's the Nature's Grass as well as they look to try and lock down Comp. No flash, has used the Ghost, but the Nature's Grass, oh, he dodges just between them. Depth charge and the Featherstorm. 2 more ultimates invested, but enough to secure the kill.
Just out of range, I think it ticked off. Didn't land, but still, yeah, great kill. Exekick 2-0-0, and if anyone on SK that you'd want to be fed as an SK fan, it would be Exekick. He's shown so much consistency throughout these last 3 weeks. Him and DOS have just been demolishing every single lane they play. I think Exekick's stats are nuts. I mean, you don't see a CS difference there, but I think it's around 21 at 14, which is incredibly high for any carry, especially with a sample size of 9 games.
If you as well, will be spotted on a ward. Marcoon, though, waiting for Comp. Goes in immediately. Nature's Guard's going to try and knock him back with the Bramble Smash. The hook goes short as well, and Comp's able to walk away. Mawang coming in alongside Larssen to ruin SK's day. 2 quick kills over to Koi. DOS forced to walk back to safety.
Mid-jungle covering the play. They knew the only option SK had was through bot, and Mawang and Larssen were lying in wait, out of vision. The second they pull the trigger, they are there out of the darkness. The ult lands onto Exekick, best target you could look for. Comp survives, and I think with Herald, they can take this entire bot tower. Gold swing is going to go all the way back into Comp's favor. Bot's now evened up. The rest of the map is winning, so everything's now kind of fallen apart for SK.
All 5 plates, an extra 1,000 gold or so going over to Koi. They'll only get almost 4. I think the plate will fall. Yep, does go down in the end. But as you can see, gold even out in that bot lane. Both of them at 4.4k now. And overall, a huge swing in favor of Koi, because their middle jungle was so far ahead. Translating that lead into something else is the important point for this portion of the game, and they've done exactly that.
Yeah, Certus isn't really in the game. He's just so far behind that he can't really help his team. He can't move into river. He can't push out waves. He's just stuck under his tower. That allows Larssen to move towards bot, and the 4v3, you'll never win it. So I think Koi are very confident. They know they're in full control of this game. Exekick's going to respond with a plate. No TPs available that can come in from behind. Of course, no unleashed teleports for a minute, but we'll look at this replay. Just Koi, really good vision game. They saw Marcoon. They know his only option is bot anyway in the first place. Just wait for them to make the mistake. There's no point in them forcing first. They know Marcoon's going to go in. Just stay out of vision, wait, and the second they go in, this ult from Mawang, pixel perfect, lands straight on. Exactly what would happen if they went towards Drake. Now they'll get mid-tier 1. They have no
They might even.
Alright,
Goes between the uprights, but Zerta's still not in a good position at all. TP coming out as SK look for a fight in the mid lane, but the tower's already fallen. And Malrang is still full health, Radiant Virtue ticking to heal him up that little bit that he lost.
Just to rub salt in the wounds, Irrelevant TP in expecting a fight, but Koi just ran away. And DOS couldn't use the ult because there was no real target that they could follow up on. So they just lost that global, they've lost Exakic's flash, so they've lost Certus's flash, and they've lost the mid-tier one. So now Koi had a lot of control over the game, but now they have a firm grasp on the entire map, really taking away the red buff, deep vision on the top side, and they'll just keep doing the same thing over and over. Well-oiled machine, I think Koi were last year. Their fundamentals, their checklist was just so on point, and I think once you give them a small lead, they'll just run away with it. Just need to keep control here, Koi, not get a little bit too overexcited in the plays and go too deep and allow SK to turn.
And that's why it was so odd to see them, sitting down near the bottom of the standings. When Winter Split came to a conclusion, they only just snuck in, remember? Only just able to secure one of those last couple of spots, and now Irrelevant, though, needs to find a way to sneak out of this one. Malrang and Larson having none of it as they lock him in place. There's the CC chain. A stun's going to come out as well. He's popped Dominus. Tries to slice, tries to dice, and will escape for the time being as SK try and collapse with the TP coming in. No, the hook just short. SK once again invests a global and don't really get much out of it. Malrang goes in with Glacial Prison. Trimby's coming in from the side as well. SK forced back. Yeah,
they're getting pushed back in a 2v4, and you can argue that Severe Karma's on the way, but if that hook hits onto Sejuani, who's going to do damage? The Radiant Virtue Maokai or this Jace that's 1 and 3 with 1.5 items, they would have no real follow-up in the first place, so SK just lacks so much firepower right now. They can't even find a single target. Maybe if they hook Trimby, they can look for a kill there, but now Koi, Malrang hasn't even
8th, 10th, 5th through 13th, 5th and 13th, 7th, 11th, 7th, 11th, it's been a struggle for this team. And this season...
That's their score, Medic.
That's their score?
Yeah. They didn't finish 13th in the LEC.
Oh, yeah, I messed that one up, didn't I? Anyway,
that would be bad. Even I haven't done that.
Can you please say something?
They finished ninth. No, but now they finished 3rd. So they're a top 3 team coming team in this series. Medic's losing it next week. He's gone. This might have to be a solo cast. Yeah, they were a top 3 team coming into this. No, I can't control it. I'm sorry.
We're all good. We're all good.
Yeah, you're looking for a play. It is the Hail Mary for SK. Just look for something, try to kill someone, stop this siege.
Irrelevant trying to fight Shigenda down towards the bottom side, but Koi can just close in once again. Exakit coming in.
Ooh, a kill?
Shigenda? No, he survives. And Irrelevant. Yeah, there will be a kill, Cadril, just in the opposite direction.
Malrang is pushing on Sejuani.
Malrang is pushing top lane with the Baron buff. And SK retreat back towards their base once again. A member down, a player down right now, and perhaps a game down in this series as Koi will push in 2 waves. Shigenda TP up towards the top side. I mean, you can look for something, but what have you got? You've got no flash on DOS, you've got no depth charge. Larson steals away the Nature's Grasp just to force you away from your own base, and you can't even defend against the power of those roots.
Yeah, 3 nibs will go down. It's just a case of whether Koi just want to be greedy and stay in it now, or if they want to base off these 3 nibs. Looks like they're being a bit greedy.
Yeah, Larson pops a stopwatch, but Certus almost goes pop underneath the towers. The Baron buff continues, Cannon minions pushing in, and SK cannot defend. Trimby tanks up a couple of tower shots, but that's all the damage he's going to take in this fight as the Nexus towers fall. And even with the roots coming back from that Blade Caller, SK might try and defend. DOS gets hooked up there. Certus going in as well. The Feather Storm being used, but once again, Koi just unkillable. You just can't kill him. Even at their own fountain, SK cannot find purchase in the game as Koi go 1-0.
A lot to think about there for SK. Their draft just didn't really have any life, a little bit lifeless, I think. There was nothing really to play for. Mid lane fell apart, the map fell apart, and